Hello, I'm Lonnie Frazier, and this is Pep Talk, and I'm here with Coach.
Coach Rich.
Awesome. So how do you keep your team motivated during the highs and lows of this season?
To keep my team motivated, since it's a very long season, we like to do a lot of team activities, take the girls to maybe to see a KU game, just get them involved in the community and just being cheerful, happy, give them
course. What strategies do you use to help your players bounce back from tough losses and difficult moments?
On a tough loss, we always want to focus on the goals that we made before the game. And my girls normally hit those goals, meaning, keep them at a certain point to score or, focus on what we did to bring into the game.
100%. And how do you approach player development, especially for underclassmen or less experienced players?
So for my player development, we have to keep it competitive, make it fun for them. So my older girls will compete against my younger girls. So anything that with shooting, make it a competition, dribbling, they have to do like a maze, working on fundamentals and stuff.
How do you ensure that players understand the importance of discipline and responsibilities on both ends of the court?
When it comes to discipline, since I am in the building, I am able to observe the girls' grades and attendance, and I'm very big on that. So it's a reward system. You go to class, you do what you're supposed to do, you get rewarded with playing time. Everything is a privilege. So with my older girls being the role models of the program, my younger girls want to be involved. They want to participate. They want to have the experience of playing varsity. So they're going to do what they can to be on the court.
Hello, my name is Lanisha Huggins, and this is Pep Talk. I'm here with the coach of Sumner Academy girls basketball. What's your name, Coach?
Mike Platt.
Mike Platt. So, Coach Platt?
Yes.
All right. So, Coach Platt, I'm asking you a few questions if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you have a particular style of play, fast-paced, defensive focus that you emphasize with your team?
We sure do. Actually, both of those. We try to play like an up-paced game. We want to get out and get in front early. And defensively, we just want to try to shut everybody down.
All right. How do you prepare the team for different opponents or unexpected challenges during the season?
Sure. Watching a lot of game film on it, and we expect everybody, whether it's players that are starting or players on the bench, we're only as good as our players on the bench are, so we want those to be at the same pace, same level as our starters out there.
How do you approach player development, especially for less experienced players?
Yeah, absolutely. So we really emphasize summertime workouts. It's really hard to get everybody going within the first couple of weeks. So that summertime, being here, over June and part of July, and just getting that conditioning and working in that one-on-one working is very important for us.
How do you keep the team motivated during the highs and lows during the season?
Yeah, so we have an excellent senior group, and that's senior leadership for us, and I just can't replace that, right? Those two, Michaela and Jaden, do just such a wonderful job with our team. They keep everybody up on the low time, even out on the court, and the high times, they keep everything just kind of level motivated out there.
Hey, I love those pep talk videos. Those are awesome.
Yes, they are.
I just love it. I love listening to them. I love watching them. But
too.
it's time for predictions, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Danae, we're going to start with you.
You already know.
No, I don't. Tell me.
Wildcat alumni always. We're going with Washington.
All right, Coach Mo.
My homage to Washington.
All right. Well, you guys got. I'm going to go with Sumner, right?
You can, but the freshman is out there really doing. I mean, the JV's doing really good out there right now.
Well, that's JV.
That's pregame to the varsity game. That's all I got to say.
Well, both teams come in at 1-3. Somebody's going to leave out of here 2-3. It won't be Washington. I can tell you that now. So, but that's who I'm going with. I'm going to go with Sumner, and it's going to be a good game.
Yes, it is.
All right, now we're going to toss it out to that outstanding thespian, Dr. Jarius Jones, and the barbecue tailgate king, Coach Larry Fennell, who'll be calling tonight's game.
That jerk chicken is
after this quick break. So Sumner Academy versus Washington, live here on KCK Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Want to stay up to date with everything happening at Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools? Visit the KCKPS newsroom for stories on the accomplishments of our students and staff. kckschools.org/newsroom or scan the QR code on your screen.
Many families travel across the United States following the harvest season in search of work and a better life. But for their children, this lifestyle can mean frequent moves, new schools, and disrupted education. That's where the Title I Part C and the Kansas Migrant Education Program come in. Our program provides academic support and services to help students and families from migrant lifestyles succeed in school and beyond. Here in Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools, we offer services that include academic support and tutoring, credit accrual and transfer assistance, college and career counseling, summer programs and field trips, health and wellness resources, parent and family engagement opportunities, and school supplies. When students qualify for this program, they can catch up on credits and stay on track for graduation, develop new skills and interests, build confidence and self-esteem, connect with peers and mentors, access resources and support for college and careers.
Estoy muy agradecido de estar en el programa del niño migrante, ya que me han ayudado mucho, me han dado soporte en la escuela con mi hijo.
El programa inmigrante me ayuda demasiado, nos ayudan a saber cuál va a ser el futuro en el que queremos estar o qué colegio podemos elegir. También te ayudan a brindarte comida y darte estabilidad, que es lo que requieres cuando necesitas estar en la escuela. Estoy muy agradecido por estar en este lugar, ya que me aporta mucha seguridad y estar feliz.
Join the Kansas Migrant Education Program and empower your child's education and future. Contact us to learn more and get involved.
And good evening. Welcome to this competition of Sumner Academy and Washington High School. This is KCKPS Sports Network. I'm Jarius Jones, and I am joined by my good friend, Coach Larry. Coach Larry, it's exciting tonight in the Wash House.
It's a good day. It's a good day when you get into some basketball.
Well, we're excited. They are calling the starting lineup this evening. This is our first game for basketball for season 24-25, and we are elated that we can bring this competition to each and every one of you all live. You've had an opportunity to be able to hear from our individuals, our different coaches, Coach Chuck, Coach Danae, and Coach Mo, and others, to hear your pregame thoughts, to hear the predictions that they may have. Coach Larry, what are you thinking this evening?
Well, right now it's early in the season, and we're watching two young teams really get after it tonight, and we're going to see if these guys are ready to play. I think both of them have a couple wins under their belt and a couple losses as well, so we're going to see what happens tonight. It's first night out here at the Wash House, as they tell us.
Well, hey, it is the Wash House indeed, and tip-off is on its way, and so we're going to see here number 21 is getting ready to go against number 15, 21 for the Wildcats. That is Katrina Emery going against number 15, Michaela Patrick. And I'm going to say this shamelessly, Michaela Patrick is my little cousin.
That's right.
That's my little cousin, sure is. So we're going to see all kind of family members, as you and I know. We're pretty well connected. And the tip-off,
that's right,
it belongs to the Sabres. Sabres have the first possession. Shot towards the side. That was missed by number 23, Katie Mira. That was a 1 and out, and the Wildcats get it, but they turn it over.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for today. We're going to be looking for the guard play from the Wildcat ladies today. We know Sumner has the guard play, and we know that Washington has the height today, so we're going to see if the guard play for Washington shows up and helps them out.
So we see another drive to the hole by the Sabres. And the Wildcats take it back up the court. So right now we are still tied. No score with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go in this opening quarter. It was a turnover committed by the Wildcats. Ball taken down the court. Number 10 puts up for a shot, just missed. She had a good look, that being Rayana Haywood, and the ball stolen again by the Sabres.
Oh.
Nice little attempt there, but didn't execute by Ariana George. Another putback was attempted, but there's going to be a personal foul called against number 10, Rayana Haywood. That's going to be her first personal foul.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now early is the Sabres are picking the Wildcats up, and they're going to force the Wildcats guards to handle this ball, and that's a smart move by the coach.
No, we cannot hear that. We cannot hear it. Once again, a near pick. Ariana is she's smothering her with defense. They're able to get it away. Another shot attempt by the Wildcats, but that's banked off. multiple opportunities before Tiasha Hunter. She's able to put that in. Another drive, not executed by Ariana. Ball taken out.
Seeing the Sabres get that ball inside a lot easier this year than we saw last year. And Washington's going to have to stop that as we see a long shot from way downtown.
Neither team at this moment is really doing well with scoring. Almost looked like a travel there, but that basket is good by number 21.
And that's your hustle right there. The Sabres will be good to do today. They'll want to speed this game up and make the Wildcats put that ball on the ground. If they can get them to turn that ball over, it's going to be a long night for the Cats.
Timeout, 30-second timeout is called on the floor. Sumner Academy admissions applications are now being accepted. Sumner Academy, all students in the 7th, 8th, and 9th grades that are interested in applying for the Sumner Academy for the 2025-2026 school year must complete the online application located on the district website. The window will close on Friday, January 31st, 2025. To learn about the requirements and application process, visit the KCKPS website for more information. So the score is 2-2, 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go in this first quarter. Both teams have scored one basket, one field goal. Last field goal was made by Jaden Brown of Sumner. Another pick and a steal. Can she finish? And she does. Rayana Haywood for the two-point basket, the layup.
And that's what we're going to see all night, Doc. Sabres are going to be jumping balls all day long, and Wildcats, that's going to be the thing they're going to have to deal with is handling that ball.
And that was an attempt by Jamila Smith. She missed it. They're going to call double dribble on the Sabres, so that ball will stay on this end of the court.
Yeah, right now we're seeing the Sabres out-rebound the bigger team Wildcats right now just by sheer hustle alone. So, can they keep that up the entire game is the question.
And that was a block. It looked like it came off of her leg. But they're going to say it stays with her. I think if you were to do instant replay, that ball clearly came off of her leg. But the game still goes on. Another attempt by number 44, Tiasha. But that was unsuccessful as the Sabres run it down the court. Basket is no good by George, but she was fouled. That foul was committed by, I believe, number 11. Is that what they said? By number 11 for the Wildcats. Number 11 is Queen Bradley, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
That's Queen's first personal foul. First attempt was missed by Ariana. That was an active shooting attempt. And the second one is good. 5-2 is the score in favor of the Sabres. Stopped just before the midcourt line. Get it in. Nice bucket attempt, and the basket is good by Katrina Emery.
That's good ball movement right there, Doc. They ball at the high post, and you had one dropping down low, and they deliver, and the Sabres are going to have to watch that play. We're going to see that again on the other side here shortly as we get a basket right there on a putback.
Basket was good by number 23, Katie Mira. Seeing a quicker exchange in the baskets. Nice down low, but they're going to call traveling there on number 42, Tosin Adejo.
Yeah, she just turned and looking to get that basket in there and move those puppies.
They're restarting the shot clock, and that's a new addition right there, Coach.
We've been asking for it.
35-second shot clock. Those of you who are just watching your first high school basketball game in the state of Kansas, they now have a 35-second shot clock. And that's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, as we see the Sabres right now, they don't have any problem with taking the ball down low and going right into the bigger front line of the Wildcats. And they can get those bigger Wildcats in foul trouble, and the guard play that the Sabres have to spread this game up. It could turn into a long game for the Cats.
That personal foul was committed by Tosin Adejo, number 42. That's her first. That's the second team foul, and that first basket is good. The free throws by Michaela Patrick. Checking back into the game is number 44, Hunter. And the second one is no good. So the score is 8-4 in favor of the Sabres. Sabres defense really is. They are very active. Call the foul that might be committed by number 15.
Yeah, Sabres are extending that defense out. And we look at this, and Maya's going to have to make sure she doesn't pick her dribble up too far out there. And she's got to keep that dribble as a point guard.
The last foul was committed by Michaela Patrick, and you see George stepping in to take the ball, steal the ball, and take it down court. A little out of control. Thankfully, the Sabre teammate, number 10, Rihanna Haywood, was able to save the ball and throw it off of a Wildcat. Nice
inbounds play right there. The Wildcats front line fell asleep. And we see Patrick dive down to the basket, or a free basket.
Kayla has 3 points. He's the highest scorer so far. We're going to call that personal foul, and that'll most likely be on Ariana George. That'll be her first personal foul.
Yep. Yeah, just a little slow dropping that step and getting back there on defense. And it was a good press by Queen. So the Wildcats are going to have to do a little bit more of that to get some of these baskets back that they're giving these turnovers that the Sabres keep scoring on.
Queen misses the first of 2 free throws. As we look at this replay. Nice shot.
We see Patrick just dropped down in there, and they lost focus and lost where she was at. Easy basket, 2 points, Sabres.
There's a soccer ball somehow or another that got loose. Don't know where that came from. You're liable to see a lot of things, Coach.
You're liable to see anything.
Coach Larry in the wash house.
Yeah, you're liable to see anything. Yeah. I don't know where that soccer ball came from.
I don't know if it fell from the sky or what. But the second free throw was good by Bradley. 10-5 is the score. Nice drive, and the bucket is good. They're going to count it. That's good by Rihanna Haywood.
And that's Rihanna's game right there to put massive pressure on the defense. And if you're going to sit back in that zone and you don't stop the ball up top, which Washington did not, Cass did not stop that ball, she's going to continue all the way to the basket. And here we go. She's got a chance for a 3-point play.
And it's good. That personal foul, I believe, was committed by Katrina Emery. Here, we'll look at this replay here.
Right there. Yeah, no one stopped the ball, and she just got right through the heart of the defense and left the bigs in a bad spot. And as we see the same thing right there with Patrick again. Just a
great basket by Patrick. I think she called him sleeping.
She called him sleeping. That's twice. Once on the left, once on the right.
Full timeout is called on the floor. Kansas City, Kansas Schools wants to thank the Kansas City, Kansas residents for your support in passing the 2024 bond proposal. We're committed to making sure your tax dollars make a lasting impact for our students and community. Your support means more equitable access to well-designed learning spaces, helping us raise the bar for academic excellence. Thank you again for your support and for advocating for our students. We look forward to working with you as we move forward in achieving excellence for our children. For updates on the bond, please visit our website at www.kckschools.org. The KCKPS upcoming board meetings will be January 14th, 2025, January 28th, February the 11th, February the 25th, all of 2025. Check the district's websites for more information. There also may be periodic special meetings that may be held as well, but you can check all of that at www.kckschools.org. 15-5 is the score. There's a 10-point advantage in favor of the Sabres. After that full timeout, the Wildcats are hoping to put some more points on the board, Coach Larry.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to have to figure out a way. The guard play is going to have to get a little better for them right now because the offense has been stagnated because they can't move the ball. There's no guards out there.
3-point basket attempt is no good. Good look.
It was a good look.
Patrick had a good look from the three-point line that came in and out, but they set up the defense. That defense looks good, Coach Larry.
Yeah, the defense is nice and quick, and they're staying real tight on these Wildcats and making them force bad shots. So now the Sabres are back off to running, which is their game.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like the Wildcats are putting up shots quickly, not necessarily their best looks, because of the defense. And a turnover committed by the Wildcats. As the Sabres go 2-on-1. There we go. Basket is good by
nice
Patrick.
Unselfish play by Ray there. She just looked up, and there was Patrick standing there, and she fed her the ball, and another easy 2 points for the Sabres.
Patrick has 6 points. He's leading all scorers. 17-5 advantage, and that ball's thrown out of bounds, so that is a turnover committed.
That's number 8 right there. That's the 8th turnover right there, and we see every time the Wildcats turn the ball over, the Sabres have been able to score. So we're going to do something. The Wildcats are going to have to do something about it. I know Coach doesn't like that, but have to turn it up for him.
And the basket is off. There's no turnover committed by the Sabres, so the ball will go back to the Wildcats.
And you see a 1-2-1-1 press here, so looks like they picked up man-to-man. This is going to be the trouble for the Wildcats. They got to have a ball handler, and they don't really have one right now.
Let's see what the call is on the floor. They're going to call that personal foul on number 3, Ariana George of the Sabres. That's going to be her second personal foul committed. That's the 4th team foul for the Sabres. So Wildcats are trying to put more points on the board. They haven't scored since early on in 2. Nice block there. And the putback.
There we go.
She took control of that. That was a good basket and steal by number 21, Katrina Emery.
Yeah, that's what the Wildcats are going to have to do. They're going to have to turn the Sabres over a few times and get some easy baskets.
I tell you what, Rihanna, she's playing through.
She is. She's a half a step faster than everyone else right now.
Double dribble on that. During American Education Week, which was last month, we took the time to recognize all of the inspiring members of our KCKPS family that have helped push our students to be better every day, from students, family members, to the staff that fill our schools and members of the community. We thank you. What we saw there just a moment ago were our students of the month. We'll get more information about that a little bit later on. See a substitution here. 49 seconds remaining in this opening period. Number 5 is shooting free throws for the Wildcats. See. And the second free throw was good. So 2 free throws are good by Ana Rodriguez. Titans score 17-9. 3-point attempt. It's off. And they're going to call a tie-up. The possession remains with the Wildcats. 9-17 is the score in favor of the visiting Sabres. 25.6 seconds remaining.
That was on number 10. Good pass. Good look up.
Oh, nice look, but not able to finish. But Patrick to the rescue.
And just like last year, she's picked up where she left off with her sister, cleaning up the glass.
Patrick has 8 points. And that's the end of the first quarter. Score is 19-9 in favor of the Sumner Academy Sabres. A group of students at Lindbergh Elementary is focusing on more than just reading, writing, and arithmetic. For the past 2 months, a select group of students have been honing their technique, mindset, and physicality as part of a new martial arts pilot month at the school. Stay tuned for this brief 30-second commercial. And we are back. We are getting ready to start the second quarter. First quarter, Coach Larry, we had a lot of excitement there.
We did. We saw the Sabres run out real quick, and then we saw Washington kind of slow things down and get their defense in order and make a few baskets and a couple free throws in there. And Sumner hasn't scored in a while outside of Patrick's putback, but we'll see. This second quarter is going to be interesting.
So we will see what the Sabres will do if they can add on. As we see Patrick drive into the basket, and she makes it count.
And just like that, right out of a timeout, coach calls the play, and Patrick scores an easy basket. The Wildcats are opening up that inside, and Sabres are taking it.
Patrick has 11 points, and that's going to be a turnover committed by the Wildcats.
Yeah, good look, but just a line drive pass. You need to put a little more air on that ball and allow the big to get to a spot.
Nice stop and start, and she almost finishes. Tell you what, Ariana really has some good skills.
Yes,
she's just a sophomore.
Yes, we saw Ariana and Ray last year as freshmen play a lot of minutes on the varsity.
Travel was called against the Wildcats. 21-9 is the score in favor of the Sabres. You see George controlling the ball, handing it off to Haywood. Haywood gets trapped a little bit, able to get out of the crowd, but they're unable to score. As we see some good sportsmanship by number 11, helping Haywood up. Nice looking attempt, but that's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Sabres. That was intended for number 21, Katrina Emery.
Yeah, she had good position down there, and there was just a good recovery by Jaden.
And that rebound's taken down by Patrick, and they're going to call a tie-up. Ball stays with the Wildcats. But good effort and great job for the Wildcats to make sure that they stayed on it and not commit that turnover. Tiesha puts one up but unable to score, and they're going to say that was last touch by Patrick. head coach of the Sabres is Michael Platt, and of course the head coach for the Wildcats is Katrina Richard. That's going to be a personal foul committed by the Sabres. And it's on number 15. That is Michaela's second personal foul. Shooting free throws for the Wildcats is number 24, Asaya Drew. And she makes the first of 2. Her first points. And the second one is no good, but a putback. Unsuccessful with number 11 for the Wildcats. Taken quickly out of there by George. Basket is in and out. And looked good by Haywood.
That was a good look right there by Haywood. Just didn't knock it down. As we can see, the Sabres are getting whatever shot they want right now.
Ball deflected out of bounds. Good defense by the Sabres, though. Brown is really staying on her. They're going to say that she was too many seconds. Actually, they're going to call a personal foul on number 21 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, she was slightly late in the official's mind.
That's her second personal foul. I don't believe we've had any shot clock violations yet.
We have not. It's been an up and down game so far, and I haven't seen anyone use that shot clock just yet. So it's a good thing that we now have it in Kansas. We see that same play again. That's the same out of bounds play that they ran a couple series ago. Once again, Washington's going to need to tighten up that inside defense and cut that pass off.
And we see a three-point attempt, and it is good.
It is good.
Jamila Smith gets the first three-pointer of the game.
And she was just inserted. You know, most of the time the coaches tell you, don't come in shooting. She came in shooting.
There's a push. So that's going to be a personal foul committed by the Sabres. That foul was committed by number 4, Rhythm Wilson. That'll be her first personal foul. Wildcats take it up court. See if they're able to capitalize after that three-point basket. Now they're going to call travel. I think number 21, Emery's a little bit out too far.
She was a little bit out too far and wasn't expecting that ball to come back. She just kind of changed pivot foots. And, you know, sometimes as a player you don't realize that's happening, but that's what exactly happened.
Ball was deflected out of bounds by number 21, and returning back to the game for the Sabres is their number 21, Jaden Brown, replacing number 15, Michaela Patrick. 23-13 in favor of the Sabres. And they're going to call that personal foul against number 11. That's her second personal foul. Sabres control the ball, the half court. Three-point attempt, and it's good.
And that's good ball work right there. The Sabres take the ball around the top of the key, and Rihanna just stands there and finds her spot, gets her feet set, and she knocks it down.
The basket was good by Rihanna. She's got 8 points, and she steals it. But then it's stolen right back by the Wildcats. Good job on Emery. You have the Wildcats go up for the layup attempt, but unable to score. And they're going to call that foul. That's going to be probably a foul on number 42.
Yeah, that's a cheap one right there.
That really was.
Yeah, that's a cheap one. She's unintentional. Unintentional.
That's the second personal foul committed by Adejo. We want you to definitely stay tuned for our during our timeout. We have always had very informative commercials, and so get a chance to be able to see what's going on in Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools. And they're going to call a foul there. We'll see if that foul is against number 42 again. And it is against 42. That's going to be her third foul. So 2 quick fouls, one on each end of the court. Reporting back into the game for the Wildcats is number 5, Ana Rodriguez, and she'll be replacing number 21, Katrina Emery. Number 15 for the Wildcats, Farrah Williams, is replacing number 44, Tiaja Hunter. They're going to keep Adejo out there with 3 personal fouls. Not sure if coach is aware of that. 3-point basket, no good, but they're going to call a personal foul. Let's see if it was and that's going to be 3 shots.
Be 3 shots
for Ariana George.
Yeah, Queen just kind of closed out a little late on there, and she committed that foul, and that's a foul you don't want right there. 3 shot.
So that's number 3's, number 11's third personal foul as we see George attempting 3. She makes the first of her 3. Second one is no good. Reporting back into the game for the Sabres is Abigail Robledo, number 1. Actually, it made her wait. Let's see if she can get 2 out of 3. And she does.
And Doc, we saw the Wildcats kind of make a little run there, and now the Sabres have kind of slowly, methodically just kind of pushed that lead back out again, and we'll see what the Wildcats have under their sleeve as we see new players on the floor now.
Ariana George has 5 points, 3 free throws and a basket. She's definitely been involved. I think number 15 for the Wildcats, Williams, may have jammed her hand.
Yeah, that's a basketball play right there.
We'll see what the Sabres can do with just under 4 minutes to go in this opening half. That's a takeaway, almost. And there's timeout on the floor. Not quite. They're going to keep on playing. They're going to keep on playing here. Almost slid across that floor.
She did. I saw that.
I'm surprised there was no personal foul called. And we're going to take a timeout, a media timeout. High school students at KCKPS have the opportunity to study in 17 different career and technical education pathways through the Diploma Plus program.
The biomedical pathway are for students that are interested in healthcare careers, biomedical technology careers, all the way from nurses, doctors to microbiologists and nuclear medicine physicists.
Take that tape flag, put it over the injury.
Our introductory course is our Principles of Biomedical Science course. From that course, you then transition to Human Body Systems or Anatomy and Physiology course, followed by Medical Interventions, and then Biomedical Innovations, which ends up being our capstone course, where students then kind of showcase all the skills that they've learned. We have projects all the way from research to public service announcements to new interventions or enhanced interventions.
Notice that there's 8 types of fractures.
In Human Body Systems, it is just that we look at the various human body systems.
We basically just learned about like the human structure, like especially with the bones, how the body functions and how everything ties in together basically. She basically had us look at a bunch of bones and she wants us to use the medical terms that she taught us instead of using like common words.
They were identifying those, not only those bones that they see, but then the types of fractures or injury that's occurring with that bone as well.
I chose to take this class because I knew that I wanted to go into the medical field. It's interesting to learn about like our bodies and how they function.
It makes me feel proud, especially when not only they go into the field, but they can maintain. We have a pretty good track record. We're seeing our students excel, and that makes me very proud.
Learn about the biomedical pathway and how students at F.L. Schlegel High School are preparing now for their future careers. And we are back to the action. 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. We see an attempt, but they're going to call that personal foul this time. I thought the last time, Coach, when she went up, that she was fouled and they didn't call it.
Nope, they called out of bounds. But this time they called a foul this time.
That personal foul was committed, I believe, by number 21.
Yep.
And that's Jaden Brown's first personal. Dejo had some arch on that one.
You know, it is kind of cloudy outside. I don't want her to start no rain until we get home.
That's her first point.
It's a high archer.
That's her first point.
Over the shot clock.
Oh, and she banked that one in. Hey, great free throws there. She used that square on the backboard.
Use the square. That's what it is there for. Use the square. You're good on your geometry test if you use the square.
28-15 is the score in favor of the Sabres. 3-point attempt off the mark. That was off the mark by Brown. And the Wildcats take it in, but I think two Wildcats were trying to go for the ball and neither one of them took it off, so turnover committed by the Wildcats.
Yeah, sometimes the ball handlers from the Wildcats look like they're rushing a little bit on their pass and they want to get the ball out of their hands real fast and their feet aren't coordinated.
Oh, nice defense by the Wildcats. They're there to take it away. Sumner wanted to travel, but that was a good takeaway there by Ana Rodriguez.
Yeah, she's giving off good energy. As soon as she got into this game, the energy for the Wildcats has kind of turned up a little bit.
Sabres.
Yeah, she was just a little aggressive right there, and the officials will give you a few of those bumps, but not too many more. So
that was the first foul committed by Ana Rodriguez, number 5. First free throw is good by number 10. Each month, the district recognizes our outstanding scholars who have demonstrated remarkable dedication, hard work, and positive character, both in and out of the classroom. We want to congratulate Kane and Her from Earl Watson Early Childhood Center, Julian Franco from West Park Elementary, Evelyn Quintana from Gloria Willis Middle School, and Leonela Alvarez Holguin from Wyandotte High School. As students for the month for December, we look forward to continued success that they will undoubtedly achieve in the future. Please join us in congratulating these exemplary students in their hard work and dedication. I can definitely say the young lady from Wyandotte, she is an amazing young lady. I got a chance to meet her last month at the district had a concert with the Kansas City Symphony, and she is an orchestra student there who's thriving. She's also working, I believe, with the Conservatory of Music at UMKC, and I believe plans to attend there. So a great scholar that Ms. Mary Stewart, her principal, introduced me to, and very, very excited about her future. Once again, congratulations to those awesome scholars who are doing amazing work. Congratulations to their parents, as well as their family members and their teachers. Another turnover committed. Tell you what, that defense, every one of the players on the Sabres, they're finding those pathways as we see number 3, Ariana.
Yeah, right now, we have the Sabres with a lot of active hands, and the Wildcats are still trying to pass the ball through people, and the Sabres just in the right spot.
That second three-point attempt by Smith was no good. Woo, Ariana.
Oh,
wow! What was that, Coach?
Oh, I tell you right there, that is a classic right there. Set him up, Euro across the other side, and the reverse layup. 2 points.
My God, George is playing on fire. Getting a little loud in here. I love it.
Love it.
Nice basket to silence the crowd by Tiesha Hunter.
And that's what the Wildcats need to do. They need to continue to pound that ball in and have the bigs continue to keep crashing that glass. They have the size. They're just not knocking that shot down. It's a lot of bunnies.
They definitely have the size. Down low, nice deflection and turnover caused by the Wildcats. You'd like to see a little bit more urgency with just over a minute left in this quarter. They're going to call that traveling call every time.
Yeah, she didn't quite have her feet. She didn't quite have her feet set, and the ball came to her a little earlier than she was running. Here we see that replay right there, and she slides with the Euro over the top and the reverse layup, and it is good. Geometric right there, use that square.
Great camera angle there and great play. That's a highlight right there. That's probably that's the highlight of the game so far.
Yeah, she's going to want to put that in her highlight reel for sure.
And she's just a sophomore. They're going to call 3 seconds on the Sabres.
Someone was camped out. Yep, 2 feet right there. We see it. We see it.
So the Sabres have doubled up the Wildcats, 34-17. Oh, another turnover committed. Now there was some traveling in that. I thought
it was a little extra step right there.
It was kind of remind me of a good old song, Put On Your Traveling Shoes.
Put on your traveling shoes. Don't put them church shoes on out here. You slide and fall. You better put on some tennis shoes.
That's all I can think of, a bunch of church kids.
Well, you know it happens like that. Everybody listening to church too, so they know the reference.
Oh, boy, but that's all right. She's going to recover. Another turnover committed by the Sabres. That's rare.
Yeah, Sabres are a little sped up out on a guard play right now without Ray being out there. They get a little sped up, so it's good look, good work for the younger girl, so we got to have them out here.
4-second differential between the play clock and the shot clock. But they can use a considerable amount of time or score quickly. That was nearly picked off. I mean, the Sabres, their hands are everywhere. Tiesha Hunter tried an attempt. This time by number 42, Adejo says, give me some.
And that's what the Wildcats need to do. They need to clean up that glass and put back. They have all the size, and they're able to push the Sabres around a little bit as they give up an easy 3. Oh,
Adejo has 4 points, and she's not pushing it. And the basket is no good. The score is 34-19. We're excited to announce this year's KCKPS nominees for the Kansas Horizon Award. This is a state award that recognizes teachers who have had an excellent first year of teaching. Stay tuned for this video. It's a celebration. Drop your pencils. Whatever you're doing, we're here to celebrate. Yes, we are here to honor your teacher. Your teacher has shown excellence in the classroom and during her first year last year.
She always makes sure that she meets where the students are and provides them with different activities, engaging activities that helps our students learn, and not only learn, but actually be successful.
I'm very excited, very surprised, a little overwhelmed, but just feeling really grateful.
So class, your teacher, Miss Faith Davis, she has been a phenomenal teacher. And because of her great work last year as a first-year teacher, she was recognized as our Horizons Teacher of the Year.
Faith actually started as a para in our building in our STEPS classroom. And she, chose to go back to school to become a teacher. We knew she'd be amazing because she was amazing as a para in our building, as a first-year teacher. The data she would keep on her kids, the structure she had in her room, like she'd been teaching for years.
It's nice to be recognized for the hard things that you do. Growing up in this district myself, it's good to give back to those who are similar to me. So it's just overwhelming with happiness.
A big thank you to the KCK Schools Foundation for their $500 award to the Horizon Award nominees and winners. Congratulations to our nominees of Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools. I'm going to send it back now to Coach Chuck for the halftime show. Stay tuned and we'll be back for second half action.
And Sumner is...
Hello.
First of all, happy birthday to you. Belated
Thank
birthday.
you. It was yesterday.
Yeah, we
I had
noticed
a
that.
great birthday.
I know.
Good.
You're now years old, so that's awesome.
I am proud to say I'm 51. I'm not ashamed. I'm grateful to be alive.
Well, we're glad you could join us here at halftime.
Yes.
One of the things I do want to ask you, the recent bond issue just passed.
Yes.
And you've got some big plans for that.
Yes. Actually, Sumner is one of the schools that will receive some upgrades. We'll add a new wing to Sumner. Separate from the bond, Sumner also will be getting a new field within the next few years, their own football field. So we're excited about what's to come for that. But they'll get a turf field, and we're wanting them to have their own field there too. But yeah, Central Middle School, we'll build a new Central Middle School, a new Argentine Middle School, combine Noble Prentice and Silver City to make one larger elementary school, and then potentially, if our dollars stretch, address some of the deferred immediate maintenance that we can.
Well,
yeah.
you just warmed my heart when you said Sumner would get their own football field.
Well, I need to clarify. They're scheduled to get a turf field. Our goal is to eventually, if we can, for them to have their own home field, but they'll get an updated field within the next couple of years. We have to do some underground work with the sewage before we can put the turf down. But we're excited about that for Sumner.
I'm still excited about
Yeah.
that because I played in that parking
Larry,
lot.
you're not going to play on that field, Larry.
No, I played in that parking lot. My dad played in that parking lot.
Oh, well, though.
That's how long it's overdue. Believe
Yes,
me, we needed
yes.
something down there. So that's great news.
Yes.
And I know you're excited about the bond issue that did pass.
Yes.
I know the athletic director for the district is also excited.
Yes,
We talked to
yes.
him at halftime for the football games and stuff. So he had a lot of.
Yeah, we're
very
excited
enthusiastic
about
that.
the bond and it passing. So thank you to anybody who's watching that supported it. Thank you for those who didn't necessarily support it, but offered us some perspective as we continue to move forward, just chipping away at making our facilities and our infrastructure better. We'll just make sure we continue to engage with the community. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. So,
On a different subject, can you explain to us how important it is about what we're doing now, broadcasting our sports network for our youth?
Oh, it is hugely important to us as a District 1. We want to get our student athletes as much exposure as possible. It also provides an opportunity for some of our other students who are not necessarily athletes to be behind the scenes and to learn how production works. And together, they're all gaining a lot of skills. The other thing that not connected to just the broadcast. Recently, we partnered with Boys and Girls Club and our Kids Zone, our after school program, to introduce basketball to our elementary students. And we had some clinics going on because we know there's a gap. Some of our students have access and some of our students don't. But as our goal is to provide as many experiences for our students, whether it's athletics, activities, or in the classroom, so that they can compete and do whatever it is their hearts desire. So we have a lot of things happening both in the classroom, outside outside the classroom, athletically, in activities that we're just trying to build systems so that our students can have access regardless of what path that they are choosing to go down. Yeah.
That just warms my heart. I know it is. I mean, all of us being alumni from the Kansas City, Kansas public school system, it's just been heartwarming for us with Dr. Jerry Jones being part of our broadcast crew and everybody in the production truck. It's just been fantastic. I know, Danae has a couple of questions as well.
Well, I just have to say that I humbly thank all of that because my son actually got to go to one of those clinics.
Oh, awesome.
This past Saturday, and he absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Coach Boo Richards did amazing.
Yes.
The clinics are huge, and they talked about doing a whole league with the Boys and Girls and Kids Club for our kids so we can have the athletics. And I love it because my son was able to do it.
Yes.
And they also talked about trying to make it to where it's more economically friendly for all the parents and the family. So I definitely want to say thank you personally as a parent, a coach, and a member of this community.
Oh, yes. We really are just trying to build infrastructure and opportunities for our students so that, one, it's accessible to parents, two, that they early on get that exposure because, if they grow into it and build out their skills, that's great. If they try it and they don't like it, at least they had the opportunity. But we do just want to give them the opportunity to develop. It teaches them a lot of things outside of just playing basketball. I played basketball in high school, but, just the teamwork, perseverance, and all of those things in all of the sports, it just helps our students to stay connected.
Well, Dr. Stubblefield, we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you.
You're looking very festive.
We had our holiday luncheon today, so I have on my shirt that looks like look at both of us. We are festive. Happy holidays to everybody. Yes. And then you all have on black. We all coordinated.
All right. Well,
okay. Thank you for letting me crash. Thank you.
Well, thank you again for your time. We want to talk a little bit about that first half that we just had. Just a little bit. You can stay right here. You don't have to leave. You got comments?
Well, I have to run. But I will say I was at this game last year, and both teams they both have improved.
Yes.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's some kids I remember, you can tell the coaches have been working with them. So thank you to our coaches. Shout out to our coaches for continuing to develop our students. Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's Dr. Stubblefield, the superintendent for the Kansas City, Kansas public school system. Guys, we got some highlights to talk about. Most of them are going to be Washington's highlights. What's going to be Sumner's highlights? As we see down here, it's, Washington's playing tough, but Sumner, their quickness and their strength and their size, they don't have the size of Washington.
Well, Washington's main issue is getting back. You see one person get back, maybe 2 or 1.5, but you need at least 4 people getting back from the start. You see 3 people at the half court line just kind of watching. We need more people getting back and stop over jumping the fake. Right now, Sumner's doing really good with the head fake and the hesitation, and Washington's going for it every time. And that's how they're getting beat. They just got to kind of watch the belly, stay center, and, stay down and ready to play defense.
I think Sumner's using their speed, their gas and heart. Their 2 guards are really outplaying Washington. They're getting up. As you know, it's hard if the guard is a little faster than you, it's hard for you to get back. So you got to have that on your mind. Like you said, you got to be willing to get back.
Yeah, we see Sumner able to beat Washington up and down the floor on a consistent basis. And one of the other things that's real telling are turnovers.
Big turnovers, yes, because there's so many times where the ball's just getting thrown, and you can tell that the Cats aren't even looking at who they're throwing it to. Many other times they have these turnovers. So got to work on jump stopping, seeing the person you want to throw it to, and if they're not open, you got to look and pivot so you don't get a travel call and look a different way.
One of the things I've been impressed with so far, too, it's how Sumner is. They're holding their own on the boards.
They definitely are.
Oh, yeah, they're scrappy, and they're getting in there.
Yeah, they're holding their own. They're outsized, but they're still holding their own on the boards. And they've only got 7 players.
Yeah, I seen that. They didn't have. We have 8 on our roster, but I only seen 7 players, and they definitely are out rebounding the Wildcats. But the Wildcats have so much size that they use that to their advantage and go get those boards a lot more aggressively. They can turn this ball game. They're still in the game. Even though it's a lead, this lead is nothing. There's games where I played in and we were down 16 and ended up winning by 7 with only a minute and a half left to go.
Well, that's the key. Washington, they cannot city fish their way out of this game.
That's right. I totally agree with you. All right, we're going to go back out there to the master of the tambourine, Dr. Jerry Jones, and the guru of the grill, Coach Larry Fennell, for the second half action.
And welcome to the second half. Thank you so much, Coach Mo, Coach Danae, as well as Coach Chuck, for our halftime show. Glad you were able to hear the voice of our superintendent, who just celebrated her birthday yesterday. So happy belated birthday, Dr. Stubblefield.
Happy birthday.
Turnover committed by the Sabres early on. 34-19 is the score. Start this second half. Coach Larry, what did you like in the first half that you saw? What were some of the positives you saw?
You see there's 2 points go up right here.
And there you go. You predicted
it. Right there. So we'll go ahead and say what we were going to say at halftime anyway. The Sabres need to continue to push the ball. And as they push the ball, good things will happen for them, as we see a turnover right here. And
that one was just off the mark a little bit too much. We'll see if that basket's going to be good, though.
It's good right there.
That's Katie Mira. That's her second basket of the game.
And as I was just saying, the Sabres need to continue the ball pressure, which is what they've done. And 4 quick points off of the turnovers right there. And they also need to continue to attack the paint, as we see the Wildcats right now and get into the paint right there. And that's what they need to do more of. The Wildcats have an advantage on the inside, and we've seen them. They're 4 of 16 in the paint, and their bigs have been able to get a bunch of rebounds, and just need their guards to kind of help them out a little bit.
That was the first basket by Amaya Garson.
That was the first one.
Number 20. And she goes in for another one, but I think she held on to that ball. They're going to call a personal foul. Wow, they kind of
called a foul.
May have been a bailout. They're going to call that foul on number 3, Ariana George. That's going to be her third personal. It looked like it was a jump ball there.
Well, that first initial one, I thought they were going to let that go, and then the second one would have been a jump ball, as she had her hand on top of the ball, but the official decided to call that foul. And as we look at that play right there, the offensive player does not have the right to displace, dislodge the defender if they're in the spot. It's generally a charge, but the official saw it different. Live game action, and you see Ariana going to the bench with her third foul. This is early in the third quarter. So 6:29 in the third quarter, and Ariana puts her third foul up.
Number 1 went into the game to substitute for her, as we see number 20, Garson, missing the second free throw attempt. But the Wildcats are playing aggressive. They're trying to go after the ball, but they're going to call that personal foul. It's unfortunate, because that's going to be Adejo's 4th personal foul. I don't know if anyone's told the coach. I think they did. She's going out of the game. And actually, she's still in the game. Not sure if coach is aware that she's at her 4th personal foul.
Yeah, this is a gamble.
Call that foul there on number 20, Garson. And that's going to be Garson's first personal foul. The second team foul for the Wildcats this half. Patrick with the ball. She's been quiet so far, but I'm sure that she'll pick up the pace as the leading scorer for both teams. There's a 30-second timeout call by the Sabres. So really quickly, the score is 38-22. We've seen up to about almost a 19 point lead. KCKPS is excited to invite our parents and families to our special education talk huddles with Dr. Chiquita Lowry, Executive Director of the Wyandotte County Comprehensive Special Education Cooperative. These virtual huddles provide an opportunity to learn more about special education, share your feedback, and ask any questions you may have about special education offerings in KCKPS. Join us on the following dates: January 30th, February 27th, April 17th, May 22nd, 2025. We are offering these 3 time slots on each date for parents and guardians to join: 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So whatever your schedule is, you have a chance to be a part of those SPED Talk huddles. After the timeout, we'll see what the Sabres are going to do here. patiently waiting. A three-point attempt there, just off the mark. One of the first baskets we've seen attempted by Abigail. She's scoreless at this time. The Wildcats are able to come out with possession as Garson takes it up the court. Shot is missed off the mark. Battled down below. And I believe they're going to call probably jump ball. That possession is going to stay with the Wildcats. As the Wildcats try to inbound. That ball is deflected out of bounds by the Sabres. Sabres are just making everything difficult, I think, for the Wildcats at this point.
Their hands are very active, and they're in the passing lanes, and they're moving their feet. They're keeping the ball in front of them, and they're making it very difficult for the Wildcats to do anything on the outside.
Nice attempt there inside, but they're unable to capitalize. They're going to call a personal foul. Is that going to be on number 15, Patrick?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
It's going to be her third personal foul. So Sabres are getting into. Be careful with those fouls. Looks like number 4 is Rhythm Wilson is going in to replace Patrick, who leads all scorers with 11 points. And actually, I take that back. She's tied with Ariana. That last basket was good by number 24 for the Wildcats. That was Asaya Drew.
And that's going to be a team. Yeah, a little extracurricular after the whistle. And so
the work of Crystal Watson is in the Kansas City, Kansas community continue to be recognized. The executive director of the Kansas City, Kansas School Foundation for Excellence was honored with a Mary Ann Flunder Award by the Heartland Black Chamber of Commerce. The gala celebrated 10 outstanding civic leaders and business owners for their exceptional and steadfast work in the greater Kansas City community. Watson was recognized by her tireless work to support students in the Kansas City, Kansas public schools. Congratulations to Ms. Watson. There was a technical foul committed by number 24 of the Wildcats, Asaya Drew. So shooting 2 shots. It's number 10, Haywood. She makes both of them. Possession remains here on this end by the Sabres. Sabres have a chance on this trip to either score 4 or 5 points. Basket is off the mark, but rebounded by Haywood. Thought about it, number 21, another attempt by number 23, and this time it's good by Mira. That's her 3rd field goal of the game.
And that's just the Sabres out hustling the Wildcats at that point with those 2 rebounds. And we found that shooting. She's got 2 shots, got 2 looks at it, and she commits a Cardinal sent on the other end by reaching in and grabbing at the ball.
Personal foul was committed by Mira. That's going to be her first personal, as her teammate sat there and said, go straight up. I think that's what she was letting her know. It looked like it was a block, but from this end, it's hard to tell as we see that basket by Mira on the other end.
She had 2 good solid looks at that end. If you give a shooter 2 looks, they're going to get you the second time.
And she did just that, as the first free throw attempt by Rodriguez is unsuccessful. She tries for her second one. You see a substitution as number 21. Katrina Emery reports back into the game. Number 42, Adejo, is still out there with 4 personal fouls. Second free throw was good by Rodriguez as she steps out. Goes back to the bench. She has scored 3 out of 4 free throws and points of 3 for the game. As the Sabres advance the ball across the line, and it's intercepted by the Wildcats. That was a great play there by Corey Curran.
Yeah, she just stayed at home and stepped in and stole that pass.
And that basket was no good by Adejo. Quickly taken out by Haywood, and Haywood takes it up court, attempts a shot just off the mark. Put back is good. by number 4, Rhythm Wilson. That's her first basket of the game.
And that's what the Sabres need. With Patrick on the bench, we need Rhythm to make shots like that.
Garson attempts a three-pointer, no good. Ball rebounded and battled for on the floor. That's going to be a tie-up, and the ball will go back to the Sabres. So that's a turnover committed. But great hustle by both teams.
Yeah, it's good hustle right there. That's real good hustle. The question was going to be with the Sabres is what's going to happen with Patrick sitting down? That's their rebounding, but as we see right now, she's on her way back into the game, but the Sabres, her and Ariana are back on their way back in the game, and that was...
Top 2 scorers are back in.
Top 2 are good. Abigail and Rhythm did well. They played well while they were in there spotting.
You see Ariana taking the ball up the court. Nearly trapped, but able to get out of it. She gives it to Mira. Mira gets fouled, and that's going to be a foul committed by number 11. That's going to be Queen Bradley's 4th personal foul.
Foul as well.
As we see number 1 and number 4 for the Sabres, Abigail and Rhythm getting ready to report back into the game after the first free throw.
It looks like the coach is going to play offense, defense with those two. And two of the better players in foul trouble, and they want to get them off the floor.
Mira makes the first of 2 free throws. Patrick goes back to the bench, and so does Haywood. I think they're probably just kind of maybe saving them. I'm sorry, Ariana George. Haywood came towards the bench, but they had her to stay out.
Yeah, both Michaela and Ariana have 3 fouls right now, and the coach is going to play the long game.
Second free throw missed, taken up the court by Garson. Garson's driving it to try to make something happen. Ball's off the mark, put back, no good. Another rebound there by Dejo, and she goes to the floor with it.
And there's
this time I think it's her ball.
That's right. Hey, you see Rhythm down there mixing up again. She comes back in for Patrick, and there's no drop off on the defensive end while she's in there.
And there's a 30-second timeout that's being called. The restrooms at Wyandotte High School may get a makeover as part of the Students Diploma Plus Client Connected project. Client Connected projects are authentic problems which students solve in collaboration with professionals from industry, not-for-profit, or community-based organizations. The talented students in an interior design class sat down and discussed the project with the district's Director of Physical Properties, Doug Clements, the school's head custodian, and several architects, industry experts to share their ideas and designs. Doug Clements said, what started as a simple idea to spruce up an often overlooked space has turned into a full-blown project of creativity, collaboration, and transformation. We want to thank Doug and the companies that work with our interior design students during this project and providing them with real-world experiences. If you've not had an opportunity to get by Wyandotte, they have a nice Christmas display where the students actually built little structures near their dock, and they have 3 little structures there that are really nice. I got a chance to go by and see it last Wednesday at their annual holiday celebration. Quindaro Elementary students didn't have to go very far to learn about history. 3rd grade students went on a walking field trip to the Quindaro ruins located in northeast Kansas City, Kansas. Established in the 1850s by the Wyandotte tribe, this area of KCK is known as a stop on the Underground Railroad and served as a point of entry into Kansas for anti-slavery free staters and enslaved people fleeing across the river from Missouri. Don Stork, a 3rd grade teacher at Quindaro, said the primary takeaway we wanted to impart to our students is that history is not just something we read about, it is living, breathing, and all around us. Our teachers and students are doing some great things in KCKPS. And I might add, my dad grew up across the street from that area and also grew up playing in some of those caves down there, even learned how to swim. Coach Larry, he said, they're in the river. So I stayed about 3 or 4 houses up from that river. And very familiar area. He and his siblings attended Vernon Elementary, which at the time was one of the only all-black schools right there in that area. Elementary school, and it was K through 8. That basket was good by number 42, Adejo. So Glendale area township, as we call it, that is a very historic area, and we're glad that our students are learning about it. Nice steal there by Garson, but she gives it away. I think she's saved by the Sabres.
Saved by the Sabres.
2.5, just 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go in this second quarter. The referee had to change and make that. I think he's going to have a crowd full of people angry at him.
Yeah, half the crowd was going to rush him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stand up and say, hey, man, no way. It's not my job.
Coach Larry, I've got to say there's some phenomenal things going on in the district, and I'm glad that we have this platform to be able to share all the things, most of the things that are going on and that are exciting.
Yeah.
We have dedicated teachers, dedicated administrators, dedicated support staff members. All are working together to enrich the lives of our scholars and our community. And so I applaud each and every one of them, especially that Quindaro staff. And what they're doing is we see a nice drive by. She just did that. Oh, my goodness. I mean, she's taking them to school today. Carson says, give me some of that. I can't have all of the energy going that way in my house.
Carson said, not in my house. She said, not in my house.
29-47 is the score in favor of the Sabres. Wildcats aren't going down without a fight. Nice rebound there by number 21 for the Wildcats, but turned it over and got it back. This time she says, come and get it. As you could read her lips, she told Garson to come and get this ball.
The bigs know who's supposed to have the ball, and they want to give it up as fast as they can.
Nice attempt there. Ball was unsuccessfully saved by the Wildcats, so we'll go back to the Sabres as we see a couple of substitutes going in for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was one she should have let go. That would have been Wildcat basketball. She went out there and tried to save it, and Sabre ball now.
Coach, it's quite interesting. The Sabres have only a roster of 8.
But that 8 is playing very well.
They're playing extremely great. They're going to call that personal foul on number 10 for the Sabres, Haywood, and that's going to be her 3rd personal foul.
Her 3rd foul. So now your big 3 for the Sabres have 3 fouls. So coach is already playing offense, defense with 2 of them. And what are you going to do on your 3rd one? I think she got away with a walk down to the Quindaro Boulevard.
Yeah, they're not going to call that. They didn't call that travel, I don't think. They're going to call a personal foul on the Sabres. I believe they call that foul on number 23. That's going to be on Mira. That's her 2nd personal foul. 2 free throws attempted by Deja. First one is in. Rattles in there.
Another shot clock hype.
Second free throw was good.
Both of those shots look good.
They look very good.
Look good.
Actually, she's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. She has a total of 8 points, 2 field goals. Great defense by the Wildcats. Haywood says, I don't care, I'm going to put it up. Great box out, defensive play by number 24 for the Wildcats. And so
the cheap one picked up by Jaden right there. That's a cheap one.
That personal foul was committed by number 21, Jaden Brown. That's her 2nd personal.
Yeah, that's one she liked to have back as she immediately looked over at the bench.
Great job
she done.
Asaya Drew playing her assignment, and she gets a chance to shoot free throw. That's the 5th personal foul, or 15th foul. So free throw shots are awarded to the Wildcats. I believe they start the fouls over at the quarter. First one is unsuccessful by number 24, Drew. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Number 4, Rhythm Wilson. Ball gets up to the court quickly. Rhythm thought about it. Hands it over to number 1. Ball's tipped, deflected by the Wildcats. Mira's able to get in and get it to Haywood. Will it count? No good. Off the rim.
How long?
See, the Sabres took it up, but it's taken away. Nice defensive output here as that basket is put in by Dejo. She gets her third field goal of the game. And that's the end of the third quarter. The KCKPS. Before we go to this, we'll look at the replay. Nice flurry of action as we see the nice. She was there before everyone else. She put it in.
Nice little flurry.
KCKPS Diploma Plus program works to prepare all of our students for life after high school. And this week, high school students came together to show off their career-focused projects that they worked on this year. Stay tuned for this video.
Today is our annual showcase of Diploma Plus endorsable projects that we call KCKPS Excels. It is a student-run.
This is Diploma Plus coming to life. In the energy of the room, you see our students' pride.
Our project is practically to go ahead and make sure our taxes is going into the right place for here in Wyandotte County. It put my expectations a lot higher to know that, us students can do a lot more than what other people actually think we can do.
I'm the manager of the event. I'm the event lead of the event that you're going to have to figure out.
I think the experience, their takeaway, was that it was a confidence builder. They really, by meeting strangers, really got to get a feel for what that's like. And it was uncomfortable, but it became more comfortable the more they did it.
We're so used to seeing the students within the classroom. This is an avenue in which they can recognize that they can move forward for their careers, moving in within their future.
My heart is bursting. I am so proud of the way that they are going up to our school board members. They're going up to, people who are executives on different boards, products that they've produced, the businesses that they want to run. I mean, these are really engaged, amazing, and talented students that we have here in KCKPS.
And we are back for action. The start of the fourth frame. It's a 14-point advantage in favor of the Sabres, 47-33. We've seen the score fluctuate to where they've had an 18-point advantage, 19-point advantage. I'll call that out of bounds on the
It was last
Wildcats.
touch by Anna right there in front of us. So she touched it and it hit the out of bounds line.
And that's going to be a personal foul committed by Wildcats. If that's on number 42, that's going to be her fifth. Oh, that's going to be on number 5, so it saves her. 5 is on Rodriguez. That's her second personal foul. Shooting 2 free throws for the Sabres will be Jaden Brown. Brown's been pretty quiet points-wise. She has 1 field goal, but it has a first free throw was no good. So, Coach, tell us about the shot clock. I know you've been talking about it for years.
Many years.
I think they heard you.
Many years.
Tell us about it. What are your thoughts?
I've been asking for a shot clock in this area for a long time. And, it's one that's a lot of our kids are at disadvantage when they move to the next level because there's a shot clock at that level. They're not used to it. So early on in practices, they take us. We see the basket right there. And Washington gets the basket on the inside. And we've been asking for that shot clock to get in this area, and now we do have it. And as you can see, this game has been up and down, and we have not had one shot clock violation the entire game. However, it does force the game to speed up.
And that basket is good by Ariana George, and she gets a chance for the and one.
And I think that's the last foul.
That's the 5th foul for Dejo.
We have her for 5, but we didn't hear a horn.
But they replaced her.
7:15 mark, fourth quarter. One of their bigs goes out.
Second basket is no good, or the free throw attempt is no good. This is one of the largest point productions and outputs by Washington of the season. 35 points so far.
Yeah, you take away that first quarter, and Washington's in this game.
Beautiful basket there by Garson. Way to finish. That's her third field goal of the game. She has 7 points. She screamed to try to scare her. I don't know if it worked, but hey, she didn't make it. Nice defense there by Haywood. Then George able to help at the top. And was that a Euro or just a roll?
That was a Euro pass.
The ball was deflected out of bounds, but they're going to call the personal foul against the Wildcats, and they're going to call that on number 5. That's Rodriguez's third personal foul.
He's picked up 2 quick ones, 2 quick cheapies.
Basket attempt by number 23, Mira, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, taking up the court. And they're going to say that
call it for a carry.
Katrina, or that Reynolds carried.
Yeah, we don't see that call very often. My son and I talked about that a couple weeks ago watching the game, how they don't call that, but back in the ancient days when I played, it was called all the time.
How long ago was that? No, you don't have to answer that.
A very long time. A very long time.
Nice move.
Nice. It's been so long that I remember when they had a catwalk up in here now. Now it's closed off. That's how long ago it was.
That was the 4th field goal for Katie of the game. She has 9 points.
So they're trying to see what happened here, and I guess they called that ball out on Anna.
See stoppage in play.
Yeah, not quite sure what that call was. It looked like that was out, but the referee said, Sabre ball. We'll move on.
Another basket attempt that was no good by Mira. Garson takes it. Garson three-point attempt. Oh, just in and out. Rebounded by Patrick. And foul. Personal foul committed by number 1, I think.
Yeah, that was the first one. She just kind of got her hand in there. And a great rebound by Patrick, and she gets it out to the guard. And Corey just gets caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Corey Current's first personal.
Those Oreos and vanilla wafers she got out of that. Not quite sure.
Patrick's been quiet this second half.
And that was ill-advised right there. Just a turnover. Patrick trying to make something happen. She hasn't had a lot of minutes because she's been in foul trouble. And so she tried to turn that corner and make something happen. Just lost the ball out of bounds. So that's a turnover. Turnover on the Sabres. We don't have very many turnovers today.
So we see Reynolds taking the ball up the court. They're saying the shot clock wasn't running.
Nope. We're not quite. So there's the shot clock right there. It wasn't running, and not quite. They're taking a look at it right now, and it's like they're going to put 31 seconds on the clock right there. It's 30 seconds on the clock.
Scientifically predicted.
Yes.
31 seconds at 4.
Yes. One of the trailing official's job is to watch the shot clock.
There we go.
It's his job.
That ball was deflected out of bounds.
Some of these guys, officiate at the next level, JUCO ball or something like that. They're used to it, but if they only do high school ball, they might not be used to it just yet.
Nice basket there.
And that's what Washington needs to do. They've had that advantage in the paint. They just have too many turnovers.
Only a 12-point advantage right now for the Sabres. Oh, boy, that looked good, but may have caught a little bit too much body by Hunter.
Yeah, I think a little headshot right there.
That's Hunter's. That's just her first foul.
That's her first foul, yes.
She's been active, so Patrick has a chance to get some of her first points in the second half. She's been playing with foul trouble. First free throw was no good.
This game has tightened up a little bit, Doc.
It has.
Sabres haven't been able to just quite run away with it and clear the bench, bring in some of the JV kids to play some varsity minutes. Washington's showing a lot of heart, and they're fighting. They're not just going to let the Sabres have this game.
You wonder if there's any fatigue because of the short bench that they have. And both of those free throws are low or short.
Yeah.
By Patrick. Wildcats have a chance to get this to within 10 points. She feeds it inside. Can Hunter finish off? And she does.
Once again, there it is right there. Get it to the bigs in the paint and let them work.
George is taking it up the court. Haywood has the ball. Nice fake. Basket no good. 1 and out. Garson takes it up the court. Chance to get it to underneath double digits, and the ball
and a turnover
bounces off of her foot.
Off her foot.
Sabres are looking to add on to the lead, up by 10. They've seen a 19-point lead evaporate down to only 10.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate right there by Queens. Just hooked her just a little bit, just enough to get that foul called on her. And there's that replay right there as the big gets the ball down low on the block once again. Same result.
That was Queen's 5th personal foul. We're not hearing the horn.
We're not hearing the horn.
When they're fouling out, but that's her 5th.
Might be some home cooking. We don't hear the horn.
That free throw was no good. So the last 3 free throws the Sabres have missed.
Okay.
See George trying to extend the lead. And that basket is good.
Oh, the turnover. Sabres jumped on them and they weren't quite ready for it and steps over the end line down there. That would be a turnover.
Patrick's trying to get some separation. 3-point basket out, in and out. Hunter's able to rebound it. Garson gets the ball and takes it across the half-court line. They're going to call a personal foul, I believe, possibly on number 3. That's going to be a personal foul committed by number 3, Ariana George. That's her 4th personal foul. And it's a timeout on the floor, official timeout. The Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Department of Student Support Programs has been awarded the 2024 Gold Honor for Social Emotional Growth in the Kansas City, Kansas CanStar Recognition Program. KCKPS is the first district in Kansas to ever win gold in this category. A district must be in compliance with all state and federal social emotional growth requirements to be eligible for the award. Congratulations to our KCKPS staff for this honor and recognition. At the Kansas City, Kansas School Foundation for Excellence, we provide scholarships and support to help students succeed. Since 1990, we've empowered students to reach their potential thanks to the generosity of donors like you. Your contributions make a lasting impact. Help us continue to shape bright futures today. Visit kcksfoundation.org/donate to give. We want to give a big shout out to the Head Start program here at KCKPS. They have been honored with the Program of Excellence accreditation by the National Head Start Association. The Program of Excellence commendation is awarded to the top Head Start and early Head Start program in the country. And we are so very proud of what's going on in KCK. Looking at the boulevard, the Quindaro Boulevard there. Talked about the historic boulevard and Pete's Barbershop.
Pete's Barbershop.
Been there for quite some time. Been going for quite some time there on that block. Mentioned Quindaro Elementary School, which is not too far.
Not too far.
From that location.
Pete's has been there a long time.
Been there quite a bit.
Been there a long time.
I believe my late grandfather may have gone to that barbershop years ago.
I'm sure some of my older family members have been there as well.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go, just an 11-point spread.
Yep.
We've seen Washington have some ill-advised turnovers where they've had an opportunity to go down and score. So we'll see what they can do right now with the ball. Chance to go under double digits with 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go in this game. It's not over, is it?
It's not over. The momentum right now is on the Wildcat side, and the Sabres are going to have to do something. They're going to score a bucket to kind of slow this thing down.
We'll see as we see a drive towards the inside. Patrick's able to come out with the ball. They're going to call a tie-up. Somebody hits the floor. They're going to say, I think they're going to call actually a personal foul. We'll see who that foul was committed by.
I think it's on Rodriguez.
They're going to call that foul on Rodriguez. Rodriguez has picked up some quick fouls this half. That's her fourth personal. Not careful. Well, they do have quite a few players that are on the Washington bench.
Yeah, they have two of the main ones that are out now with fouls. So Patrick needs to make these free throws and kind of slow down the tide a little bit. The Wildcats have a little run at that lead.
With that free throw attempt, Sabres are 7 for 15 from the line. Second one is on the way, extending the lead to 12 for the Sabres. And the second one is good. Different from the last trip she had.
Yes. Quite a difference on that one. So let's see what the Wildcats can do. They need to continue to pound that ball into the paint.
Garson runs it down the court. And Haywood went in a little bit out of control.
A little out of control right there. Really advised on that one.
Have a chance, but I don't think that was advised. Going to call a tie-up. You see where the possession arrow belongs, and it's with the Sabres.
And the ball with the Sabres.
That'll be a turnover.
Yeah, that was ill-advised play right there by Rasheed. At this particular point, clock and score. Clock and score. There's no need to rush. Use the shot clock.
Haywood taking the ball. At the court, Mira has it, almost stolen. Got in a tight spot, and the ball is going to go back to the Wildcats. A good defensive stand there.
Good defense. No Sabre came to the ball and just tried to get the ball back to Ray, who was already in the corner, and definitely don't want to be down in the corner where there's multiple Wildcats down there.
Garson in the tip, and it bounces out. Let's see who comes up with that. Wow, there's some takedown going on here. WWE, they just started the Saturday night's main event, you know.
It is getting physical.
We got to make sure that she's injured, see if she's okay. She's getting up slowly as we have.
I think there was anything malice about that. They were both holding on to the ball and swinging. And
Wyandotte High School students hosted a special concert at their school, which I mentioned earlier. The Kansas City Symphony performed a benefit concert at the school as part of the KC Symphony Support School Music Program, which is an outreach initiative that highlights the value and importance of school music. Since its inception in 2003, the Symphony School Support Music Program has raised more than $18,000 for 16 area high school districts in Kansas and Missouri. The students and school community thanks the KC Symphony for their awesome experience. That basket was good by number 12. That was Reynolds. That's her first basket of the game. Score is 45 to 54, just a 9-point advantage. Chance to get it down to within 7 for Garson. That free throw wasn't on the mark. Well, there's going to be a chance for the Wildcats. Let's see who they call that personal foul against. That's going to be on number 21 for the Sabres. That is her second personal foul, Jaden Brown. And number 12, Reynolds, has a chance to for 2 free throws to get the score to within 7. First one is good.
That's good.
Stay tuned, fans. This game is not over. Second free throw is good. Just like that. It's a 7-point lead for the Sabres. George takes it in and says, let's stop that. And she scores it. 30-second timeout called on the floor by the Sabres. You look at the replay here.
Check this replay out. And here it is, and there it is, George, right in. And as we see right there, in my mind, as the ball was coming in, I was saying, hey, take your time.
Our district is committed to keeping parents, students, staff, and the community informed about the many activities, programs, and events happening throughout KCKPS. One of the best ways to stay up to date is through our bilingual news magazine, Education Connection. Distributed to over 50,000 households in KCK, Education Connection highlights the incredible things taking place in our district. We encourage you to take a moment to read the latest edition and stay connected to the exciting news, achievements, and updates from KCKPS. See the principal there of Carruthers on the cover of that, Principal Molly Struzzel. Well, I can do a shout out for her, the awesome things that she's doing there. One of the things that I do like about our district is that we offer something for everyone. And we want to make sure that parents, guardians, people of the community are connected. Regardless of what language you may speak, we want to make sure that you are connected. And we're very proud of our multilingual department. The Wildcats have the ball down by 9, a chance to once again get it to within 7 or maybe even 6. If one of their 3-point shooters can come up big. Reynolds loses that ball, and the tie-up is going to go back to the Sabres, so that's a turnover. You can't have that at this point in time of the game, Coach.
And the things that plagued the Wildcats early in the game in the first quarter is now, they can't have that. You can't have your guards turn the ball over 25 feet from the basket.
It looked like a travel. And they saw what I saw.
Yeah, the defender flashed out there, and when she flashed out there, it made Oriana think differently and try to get that ball down in the corner, and that's a travel.
See if the Sabres can still get it down. As we see Garson taking it up the court. Plenty of time on the shot clock, but not a lot of time on the game clock. And that's a turnover. Haywood takes the ball on a fast break. Can she finish? And she does.
Yeah, that's what the Sabres need to do. They need to keep that ball keep the Wildcats out of the paint, and they need to score on the other end.
Full timeout is called on the floor. And we'll be back after this commercial break. You're watching KCKPS Sports Network.
My favorite thing is learning, doing PE, doing lunch. We like doing math.
Mariana is a very loving little girl. She loves to hug everybody and say hello to everyone. She loves to greet everyone. She's been working really hard in reading. She loves to be a helper. She loves to be a friend to new people that started our school. She's just very bubbly and happy.
The way to get better, the teacher can tell you to write or something, play or sit down. She normally tells us to do coloring.
To be better every day, Mariana is really trying to come to school every morning on time, and she's also really trying hard to get her work done, turning in her work and making sure that it's completed.
It helps me learn. It helps me learn new stuff, and it helps me feel calm, be patient. At Grant Elementary, we're getting better every day.
We're back after that timeout.
So she can't set up now.
Minute and 32 seconds to go in this game. Wildcats must score in order to have an opportunity to maybe tie the game, take the lead. It looked like a travel, but it wasn't called. The refs missed that call, and it was intercepted by Patrick. Take it up the court. She tries to hand it off to Haywood. She does. Haywood stops it. Takes a little time off the clock. Time is on their side to take. And Patrick gets it in there. Basket is good.
Good look by Ray. Patrick never left her down in that area. She replaced herself down on the lower block, and Ray found her for an easy basket. It's just what the Wildcats didn't need.
Kayla Patrick has come alive this second half. That's a nice basket there. Sabres are smart, not even fouling, allowing Katrina Emery to get her third field goal of the game. Basket is no good. They're going to call that personal foul probably on Haywood. If that's on Haywood, that's going to be her fourth. And it is.
I had a pretty good look at that, Doc, and the Phantom of the Opera showed up.
I would sing that song, but no, they didn't call for me to do that. We'll let the viewers have some imagination on that. Nearly about 30 seconds. Time is running out on this game with a 11-point lead for the Sabres. The Wildcats are still going to continue to play hard. This mirror is tied up. They're going to call a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout is called on the floor. So 22.8 seconds left. The Sabres, I think, can say that they've pretty much sealed this game.
We can say that now.
So we are waiting for the 30-second timeout to conclude. So, Coach Chuck, are you all getting ready for the halftime show, the postgame show?
Yeah.
For the postgame, what's on the docket there? What have you seen?
Coach Johnny Jones. I don't know what to talk about with this game. It's been two halves of watching it for sure, but there's a lot to talk about. So
A lot.
I'll let you guys finish it out.
Well, we will see you, Coach, and coaches at the end of this game as they're holding it down. They've done an excellent job for our pregame as well as our halftime show. We want to thank all the camera operators, those who are working in the truck. Definitely want to give props to Todd Henderson. We've got to definitely take advantage of our statistician, the one and only.
That's right.
The one and only.
That's right.
Stephen Henderson.
That's right.
So this is a great production here. We're just under 20 seconds to go. Sabres are content with just sitting on it. No shot clock. No need for them to score as we're under 10 seconds to go. Patrick gets the ball out, as I believe they're going to just allow this game to just end, and we're going to end with a score of 60-49 in favor of the Sabres. A hard-fought game by both teams. Congratulations to them. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, but we want you to stay tuned because we have the post game on the way. You're watching KCKPS Sports Network.
Every district in the state of Kansas is charged with examining our current cell phone policy. Today we met with the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council. This is our fourth year. I meet with a group of students from every high school, all of our high schools, at least once a month, and we talk about topics that they bring up and policies and things that we're considering.
We focused today on providing them information about the bond and hearing their feedback about it, as well as talking about what we need to consider as we contemplate rolling out a cell phone policy.
I enjoy so much coming in and talking to the other schools and being able to hear them and generally just to talk about what's going on with our district as a whole.
It gives us our opportunity as students to speak our mind and say what should go on in schools from a student point of view.
It is super important to hear from their voices because every decision we make is made so that we can create a better experience for them.
I want to put a little bit of a spotlight on Lawrence's public school policy.
Oh, I love it. I'm a very opinionated person and I love to talk. So I've always really enjoyed just making sure I can have my voice heard.
It makes me feel like supported because district gives us the opportunity to get a student's point of view on how we can make it better and coming together with other students from other schools so we can steal some of their ideas and they can steal some of ours.
To be better every day, we center our decision making around students, and we are intentional about that, and that's why it doesn't matter what topic we are discussing, considering, grappling with, I bring it here to my superintendent student advisory group. At KCKPS, we're getting better every day.
And welcome back. This is the post-game show. You got a chance to see some exciting basketball by our Sabres and the Wildcats. The Sabres were victorious 60-49. Coach Larry, this has been a great game. This is a great opportunity to start our season.
Yes.
And so we're just excited that we saw some great shots, some great highlights. But that highlight of the game, man. Which one was it? Which move was that?
That would be the reverse.
Oh, that reverse.
The Euro followed by the reverse layup. It was a thing of beauty. You're a basketball fan. You love that move. You love that move.
It was really amazing. Well, Coach Chuck, tell us from your end. And by the way, so he covered up the sweater this time. I was going to imagine that we saw that Christmas sweater vest. I thought Coach Larry said you needed some lights on that. But we want to hear your thoughts about the game. We're definitely looking forward to your insight. Hey, Coach Danae, this right here was her home place. She played many years, 4 years on this court, and so definitely want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I wore this sweater because Dr. Stubblefield was coming, and she was all dressed up, so I thought I'd wear mine too. But hey, it is what it is. You guys did a good job out there. We really appreciate the talent that you guys show. Dr. Jones and Coach Fennell. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys on January 14th, man, for Sligo and Harmon.
We'll be there. Hey,
out at Harmon High School. Yeah.
Hey, and by that time I'll be 50. So there we go. 3 days later.
Merry Christmas.
You all too. Happy holidays to you all too. Thank you.
I'm here with Coach Nate Jones and Coach Mo. We saw a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we finally
big difference.
We saw where Washington was able finally to get their inside game going, which is what they wanted to do. Sumner still They still had that tenacity and that quickness throughout the game, but they missed a lot of free throws, which led Washington back into the game.
Yeah, they did. And I think when Washington picked up their aggressive level of it, Sumner got a little bit anxious and they didn't play their ball game for a second, and they let Washington creep back up and close that gap that they had. I think they got almost to about 20-point lead just in the first half. So for them to close it down to 10 and 9 points was big. And I mean, honestly, if Washington would have played the way they played the fourth quarter, the whole game, it would have been a big difference in the game. Even with them closing the gap down to 10 points, it was like you still got one person or two people not playing defense.
Right.
Just picture if all 5 girls on Washington's team played defense the whole possession. It'd be a big difference.
Yeah, they got it down to 8, actually. It was down to 8 points. The tell was just the speed of Sumner. When Washington actually played defense, actually got back, they were in the game. If they'd have done that 2 halves,
yeah, both of you guys are absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, we got some wonderful highlights from the game period. But like I said, the second half was a completely different, not completely different, but different from the first half. And so
completely 2 different teams.
Yeah. So
it was a good game second half.
Yeah, we see here Washington was really able to establish their inside game in the second half.
Yes.
We seen that rebound, and we see a turnover, and this is where Sumner beat them. Is speed up the floor, turnovers, getting down the floor, getting layups.
Right.
Yes, and when you don't take care of the ball, you just throwing it away. You're giving the other team an easy bucket, because at the end of the day, with Sumner's speed, if they get a breakout, you're not going to catch them. They're already up the court by the time you think about it.
You see another one here with this. They're out pushing the ball. The speed was just too much for them, especially in the open floor.
Well, basically they're almost coached that 3 hit the boards,
nice steal,
2 take off.
Yeah.
In fourth quarter, as you see the last highlight, when you see Katrina steal the ball and she took it up, and before that, when Tosin got the rebound, fourth quarter was a big difference. Just looking at these highlights with how Washington played.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. But it wasn't precedent. It took Coach Richards probably a good half to figure out what type of defense she wanted to play against Sumner. And then once she figured it out, they gave the Sabres a little bit of a rougher time in the second half.
I don't think it was that. I think they figured out who they were. One of the things that she said is that they just froze before, like when they played him. I think in the second half they stopped freezing. They started actually playing basketball.
Overthinking themselves.
They started to really actually see their personality, their team, chemistry, and everything.
Right. Something new that they're experimenting with this year is the 35-second clock.
Oh man,
it didn't have any effect on this game whatsoever. And I see where the coaches aren't quite used to it yet either, because there were times when both teams could have run the clock, got a better shot than what they got.
But I do think it had an effect on this game. I think that's the tell of the first half.
Yeah.
Because Sumner plays fast. They're a faster team. They play real quick. They want to shoot the ball within 10, 15 seconds. Washington wants to run offense, set it up, go. We talked about this off air. We talked about sharing the ball. Sumner had a guard need to pass a little more, share the ball. But their game is speed, getting up and down the floor, getting a lot of shots attempts.
Right.
That's what they're at. Washington's more slow it down and let us move the ball and let's get a good shot.
Okay, well, the player of the game is something that Dr. Jones and Larry, Coach Fennell came up with, and we're going to talk about the player of the game. But here's the play of the game right here. This is one of your highlight players, Coach.
This is around the back. This is Ray. This is Ray with around the back.
This made me jump out of my seat.
This might be the player of the game.
This is the play of the game. This is the play of the season so far, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know. I think it was really the fast break when she did the over hop and then the behind.
I think the play of the game was the layup, the reverse layup. Yeah.
Yes, the reverse layup.
This is the player of the game.
Yeah, she's a player of the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's your opinion.
I'm just saying.
Well,
the play of the game is a reverse layup on the fast break, because first of all, she faked them out. Second of all, she hustled the court. Third of all, she did a nice move and she reversed layup. Right
now,
here.
this is the play of the game.
Up over.
You see that
layup? That's the play of the game right there.
Yeah. See, Larry can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't vote for it. And I did say Larry, not Chuck.
Chuck can't do it either.
Well, we knew. We all knew that.
Well, I got you.
We all knew.
I'll tell you guys right now, she's the player of the game. Number 3, Ariana George. Just because of that play, they made her the player of the game. I would have gone the other way, because I like flash. I like the fancy. That was a nice move. That was a nice Euro.
No, that was the play of the game. Ariana was the player of the game.
And she had that basket.
Ray was the player.
She was wide open. Anybody can, behind the back and make an easy layup.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm the only one that went with Sumner to win, too.
Around the back.
Ariana George was a player of the game.
Yes.
Who wears number 3.
Yes.
Who had the little jump over reverse layup.
Okay.
So there's your player of the game. And the play of the game, I would have chosen different, because I chose against you.
Chuck is being the devil's advocate today.
The play of the game is the same as the player of the game.
Chuck wants to be against everybody.
It's okay. It's all right. It's a Sumner thing. It's a Sumner thing.
Yeah, it is. Antagonist. Gotta be so intellectual.
It's kind of... Come here.
Big Cam I am.
Yeah, you can't walk past and don't stop and say
Big
hi.
Cam I am. You can't just pass us and don't say nothing.
You can't just walk by.
How you gonna pass and don't say nothing?
Yo, man.
Coach Cam looks like a regular street person today.
We don't care what you look like. You know,
Man, get that fro on in here.
All right, we in football coach right here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, enjoy the game?
I did. I saw a little passion fire up for the girls at the end. You know, I'm a Wildcat, so definitely glad to see them fight to the end. You know, but saw some good stuff from Sumner as well. Some good defense, some good rotation on the offense and everything.
Well, it's awesome that you're here supporting the girls.
Absolutely.
You know, you guys support each other at the schools, and that's awesome to see. We love it. The viewers love it. You know, so thanks for stopping to say hi real quick.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Give it the mic. Good luck. Goodbye.
They're trying to leave us.
Get that fro out of here.
Hey, we're going to thank you guys for watching. Join us again on January 14th when the Sligo Stallions will take on the Harmon Hawks right here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. For Coach Danae Jones, Coach Mo, everybody in the truck, Coach Larry Fennell, and Dr. Jarius Jones, I'm Chuck Holmes. Thank you. Good night and a Merry Christmas to all of you.